Well, hello friends. It is Sarah Fleming from Prepare to Die Papercrafts, and I actually had time to film a video, so I thought I would jump in here really quickly and film it while the baby's napping. So I've been gone a while. I hope you missed me. I missed you. If you didn't miss me, don't tell me. Yeah, so I had a baby in January, at the end of January, and he's awesome. And then, let's see, I think we spent a week in the NICU, and then when he was 3 weeks old, baseball season started, and we had 3 kids on 3 different teams, and so that is why I have not been able to do anything since fall season started at the beginning of February, because it's just wild when you've got that many teams to keep track of and going on. So, but it was a lot of fun, so we're glad we did it, and we're going to do it again in the fall. We were at a new league this time, and we love the new league. Way better than the league we were in last year. So I'm stamping these flowers. These are from the Love What You Do stamp set, which is around here somewhere, but I can't seem to locate it with my eyeballs right now. Oh, I see it. It's under my embossing powder. So, and I'll show you in a second. Suzanne Netz and I have a class going on with this right now, so I wanted to come in and film a video for it and show you my, I guess, Brusho for one more time, my favorite Brusho technique, because I've had a lot of fun with this technique over the last year, and I'm very sad that Brusho is retiring. So we do have something new coming that looks similar, so we'll see what that's like. But for now, I just want to give a bit of fond farewell. So I stamped I'm Lucky to Have a Friend Like You and 3 sets of those flowers in Versamark ink, and now I'm going to heat emboss them. So this is watercolor paper, and it's 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And the first thing I'm gonna do is tap on some Brilliant Red into these flowers. Oh, and I used white embossing powder. I might not have said that either. Not a whole lot of red, because we're gonna put some yellow in here too, and you will not be able to see the yellow if you have a whole lot of red. Like these flowers, probably you won't see much of the yellow, or it'll just turn orange. So I'm gonna tap this on. Oh man, we had so much fun with ball season. My little 3-year-old played t-ball, and it was adorable, especially when she would miss a ball. So I'm gonna spritz this with water, and she would she'd get really mad. One game she like threw her glove down when she missed a ball and turned around with her back to home plate. It was really funny. I shouldn't encourage it, but I mean, come on, it was funny and very cute. Okay, so normally if I want to get the best result, I would probably let this dry a little bit, but I'm coming through here and dabbing a lot of this off. I'm especially dabbing around the flowers because I'm going to be putting other colors over here, and so I want those colors to be to kind of show through more than the red and the yellow. Ooh, but I like how these flowers are turning out. And I'm actually going to hit these with the heat tool and then probably dab off some more with a baby wipe, because otherwise it's going to take too long and the baby's going to wake up. I'm probably going to not be doing Facebook Lives for a while. That'll probably make some of you happy, and some of you, maybe one or two of you, will be disappointed. But yeah, I just don't have the time, and I don't know how I would do it. So so here I've put the powder out here, and I'm going to activate it with some water, and then once that's got a decent chunk of water on it, because it's a very dark color, I'm going to take up some of the dark, and then I'm going to start painting around with this, with what's on the paper. And I think I'm doing this a little bit differently than what I've done in the past. And I'm going to actually wet this over here so that it kind of goes smoothly. And I actually think that what I've done in the past with what's outside the artwork, the flowers, is I've wet the whole thing and then sprinkle on the powder, which is what I meant to do and forgot that I was going to do that. So, but it'll turn out beautiful either way, and I like it either way. So, but I might, since this is wet, I might, and actually I'm going to get it a little wetter, and I'm going to add a little bit of blue outside here. But yeah, the other way I do it is I actually put the Brusho in the little paint palette with some water and then paint it on to wet paper. And I really did mean to do that, and well, I just did it differently than what I was intending. So we're going with this because this is what we're going to have time for now. And so I'm trying not to get it, and failing, trying not to get it on top of the flowers because we want those flowers to pop out as red and yellow. And we kind of want the blue to stay outside. Because, yeah, something like that. But yeah, so I can't really come up with a time to do Facebook Lives because the baby naps for about 45 minutes. So there's not even a guarantee that I'll get this whole video filmed before he wakes up. So Facebook Lives might take a while to come back. And I don't know. I don't get as much engagement off of those as I would like. So I might not do them in the future. We'll see. We'll see what happens once the baby gets into like that, you know, the 3 nap a day baby schedule. Well, that one got all mottled and ugly and dirty. This is why I do the other method. So let's go ahead and try the other method real quickly while we set this aside to dry, and then we'll see what we like better. Okay, so I've re-stamped and embossed this, and I'm doing my red and yellow flowers again. And I'm going to just spritz after I get those on. Do more yellow than the red, because that way you're sure to actually get some yellow on there. And then we're going to spritz. And oh, Brusho just activates so beautifully. Okay, I hit that with a heat tool, and I'm going to come in with the Prussian blue, and I'm just going to tap a little bit of that into a paint palette, and I'm going to spray some water in there, and now I'm going to wet this whole thing with water, and then I'm going to come in here and paint on the Brusho. Paint on this blue color. And you don't really have to do a whole lot other than set it down in the water and it does all the spreading for you. I like the other one because it comes through darker, but then I like this one because it comes through softer. So it depends on what you're going for, what look you want. I think the most important thing when you're doing this technique where you're both spritzing Brusho and painting with Brusho is to make sure that you get as close to the outlines of the flowers as possible without getting inside the flowers. Because we want our flowers to stay bright, and then we want them to really stand out against the background. So we want the background to go right up to the edges. This is one of my favorite, it's been my very favorite technique with Brusho. And I'm hoping that we can do it with the new pigment powders. I think they're called pigment sprinkles, which I did not name them, but they're coming out in the new catalog on June 4th. And we couldn't get them in our pre-order. I really wanted them in the pre-order, but we couldn't get them in the pre-order. So I have no idea how they work for us. And so I'm gonna dab off around and on top of the embossed areas, because we don't want the embossing covered by the color. And I'm gonna do that. Oh, that's pretty. I'm gonna do the same thing with this one, where I'm gonna see the difference in color when you actually put the powder on here versus when you put the wait, what am I doing? I need a baby wipe. Versus when you put the you put it into a paint palette and then just paint with it. I'm just trying to get, I don't like how that came out. I got too much blue on it, blue on the flowers. But so here are the differences based on how you do it. And then let's turn those into cards. Okay, I went ahead and dried those with the heat tool because they were taking too long for my taste. And I am mounting them onto Real Red cardstock. And the Real Red is, let's see, 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Because I wanted a really, just a little skinny mat of red around these. And then I'm going to mount them onto Whisper White thick cardstock or card base. Well, I did not do that one very well, but that's fast views on there, so that's not coming off. But the card base is 4 1/4 by 11 and then scored at 5 1/2. I like having the little skinny color and then the crooked, wider white. And then we're just going to add a little embellishment because you know me, I have to have embellishment. So I'm going to do some frosted and clear epoxy droplets. These things are not retiring. I'm very excited. I was worried that I was going to need to go ahead and just stock up, but they are carrying over to the new catalog, and I'm very happy about that. So stick those there. Here. Oh, let's see, where do we want that one? I'm gonna do that one up here. Make them each a little different. And then you can stamp the inside of your card. I'm not going to here because, as you can hear, the baby is awake. So there's my card, and I'll leave the information for the online class down in the description. And this is the Love What You Do stamp set. That's what we're using for our class this month. So thanks for joining me, and I'd love to hear which one you like better. Do you like this one? I think this is my favorite. Or do you like this one that got a little dirty on the flowers? I like this one because the color is more controlled, and I like how it came out so soft. Okay, I'll see y'all next time. Bye.